What if I told you that one of the greatest military minds in history might have been buried alive? Or that he conquered the known world before he even turned 33? This isn't just history. This is the stuff of legends, betrayal, ambition, and mystery. Welcome to History Uncut, where we peel back the myth and show you the raw truth. Today, 14 shocking facts about Alexander the Great they didn't teach you in school. Fact 1. He was taught by Aristotle. Not many people can say their personal tutor was one of the greatest philosophers in history. At the age of 13, Alexander's father, King Philip II, hired Aristotle to educate him. They didn't just study philosophy. Alexander learned medicine, astronomy, politics, and even how to command men. This shaped him into more than just a warrior. It made him a strategist, a leader, and a visionary. Fact 2. He tamed a wild horse no one else could ride. At just 12 years old, Alexander noticed that a fierce horse named Bucephalus was afraid of its own shadow. While others tried to break the horse by force, Alexander simply turned it toward the sun so it couldn't see its shadow and mounted it. That horse would become his companion for life, and later he named a city after it, Bucephala. Fact 3. He never lost a single battle. From Greece to Egypt, Persia to India, Alexander fought over 20 major battles and won every single one. Why? Strategy. At the Battle of Gaugamela, he faced an army over twice the size of his own. Instead of panicking, he used terrain, speed, and psychological tactics to break the enemy line. He didn't just win wars, he outthought his enemies. Fact 4. He declared himself a god. After conquering Egypt, he visited the oracle of Ammon at the Siwa oasis. According to legend, the oracle confirmed what Alexander believed deep down. He was divine. He began to call himself son of Zeus and demanded to be worshipped, not just feared. To the ancient world, this was unheard of. To Alexander, it was destiny. Fact 5. He created a multicultural empire. Alexander wasn't just about war. He wanted unity. He encouraged intermarriage between Greeks and Persians, adopted foreign customs, and wore local dress. He even forced 10,000 of his soldiers to marry Persian women. His vision? A blended empire where East and West would merge. Sadly, that dream died with him. Fact 6. He named over 70 cities after himself. No, seriously, he named more than 70 cities Alexandria. From Egypt to Afghanistan, you'll find cities that still carry his name, including the most famous, Alexandria, Egypt. Imagine being so powerful, the map starts to look like your resume. Fact 7. He may have been poisoned, or died of malaria, or typhoid, or... His death in Babylon at just 32 remains one of history's biggest mysteries. Some say he was poisoned by rivals. Others claim fever. Some believe Guillain-Barré syndrome paralyzed him while alive. That's not just scary, it's horrifying. Which leads us to Fact 8. He may have been buried alive. Ancient accounts say Alexander's body didn't decay for 6 days after death. People began to wonder, was he actually dead? One theory suggests he was in a deep coma, paralyzed but conscious, as everyone around him prepared his body for burial. It's one of the darkest possibilities in royal history. Fact 9. His generals tore his empire apart. Alexander left no clear heir. After his death, his top generals, the Diadochi, plunged into a brutal civil war. They divided the empire into pieces, killing each other over territory, power, and revenge. His empire didn't die with him, it was ripped apart. Fact 10. He fought one of the bloodiest battles in ancient history. At the Battle of the Hydaspes in India, Alexander faced war elephants, creatures his men had never seen. It was brutal. Mud, rain, and chaos everywhere. Even after winning, he spared the Indian king, Porus, and treated him with honor. Alexander admired strength even in his enemies. Fact 11. His life inspired legends for centuries. From medieval Europe to Islamic Persia, stories of Alexander were told and retold. In many of them, he's not just a king, he's a prophet, a monster slayer, a seeker of immortality. His myth became larger than life. Fact 12. He had a lifelong rivalry with his father's legacy. Alexander's father, Philip II, was a brilliant leader. Some say Alexander was always trying to outshine him. After Philip's assassination, Alexander destroyed a rebellious city, Thebes, as a warning. He didn't just want to succeed, he wanted to surpass. Fact 13. Alexander the Great, genius or drunken murderer? How the god stabbed with a spear the man who saved his life. Nothing foreshadowed the nightmare. Wine flowed like water. Alexander drank 6 liters of undiluted wine. They sang obscene songs about the failures of the Macedonians. Clitus, whose brother-in-law had died in one of these battles, exploded. He accused Alexander of forgetting his father, of Eastern madness, of his glory being the tears of the mothers of Macedonia. The king insulted Clitus, calling him a coward. And then the veteran cried out, "Remember Granicus, who saved you? I did, Clitus." In drunken rage, Alexander grabbed a spear and pierced the chest of the man who had once saved his life. According to legend, as he was dying, Clitus whispered a line from a tragedy. That's what it means to raise people in Greece. And then there was dead silence. The murder sobered the king instantly. He fell into a wild hysterics, tried to kill himself, did not leave his bedroom for 3 days, starving and crying. But remorse quickly gave way to a search for the guilty. Who put him up to it? Alexander shouted, and he found a scapegoat, the philosopher Callisthenes, Aristotle's nephew. He was chained in an iron cage and left to die in agony. The murder of Clitus was no accident, it was inevitable. Alcoholism, paranoia, megalomania, a god complex. Alexander, demanding deification, became a slave to his demons. He killed not just a friend, he killed his conscience. He killed the past. He killed a part of Macedonia's soul. And then he cried. But tears cannot help grief. Fact 14. We still don't know where his body is. His tomb has never been definitively found. Some say it's in Egypt. Others believe it was destroyed. Napoleon looked for it. So did Mussolini. But no one ever found the final resting place of the man who conquered the world. And maybe that's exactly how he wanted it. Alexander wasn't just a man. He was a force of history, brilliant, ruthless, and possibly divine. Which of these facts shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another dark dive into the past. This is History Uncut, where we expose the truth they never taught you in school.